Hi, my name is Jeremy. This is Red Beans Recording, and this is a series of videos on the Teenage Engineering OPZ. It's a little digital synthesizer, sampler, workstation group box thing that is a little mystical because if you look at this, it's like, what is this? It's a TV remote. But I'm here to help you understand it a little bit more. So this is a series of videos. We've done an overview that just kind of goes through some of the basics. We've done a video on the individual sound engines. We've done a video on the sequencer. And this video is going to be about the effects. There are two effect sends on the OPZ, on the OPZ, and they do not chain into each other. They are completely independent of each other, meaning that you can't send the affected signal of one effects bus into the other. So the first thing we want to do is make a little sequence here. So I'm going to turn on my metronome, turn it up a little bit. And I'm going to quantize that by holding track. Okay. Turn the level down a bit of the metronome. Okay, so let's go ahead and explore the effect sequences. By holding track, you have access to these two effects sends. And these buttons right here are, when you're holding on track, are the different effects. There are, at the moment, 4 effects, and I'm really hoping they add more. Look at all these blank slots over here. So we have a delay, RYMD, which is a reverb. It's slightly better than the spring reverb in the OP1, if you're familiar with that. Distortion, and crush, which is a bit crusher. So let's go ahead and listen to the delay real quick. I have access on the OPZ iPad app right here to adjust my sends per track using the touchpad. Right now my sequence is on the bass track, so you'll hear it come in. And that can also be adjusted here in the effect sends, which you get to by holding shift on the OPZ. Okay, so let's go back to it. Parameter 1 and parameter 2 are your main controls of each effect. I'm going to say parameter 1 is feedback, and parameter 2 is sort of a filter, which I think is a little redundant, considering you have the filter right here. And then in the delay effect, the keyboard is the timing of the delay, which kind of slides back and forth really nicely, which is cool because you can do this. You can actually record that in real time, and it switches around. So that's the delay effect. Let's go ahead and switch this to the reverb effect. I really like, especially on saw, there's the basic saw preset that, like, when you switch the saw engine is kind of like this really nice punchy stereo thing. So P2 is going to be your feedback. Oh, no, sorry. P1 is going to be your feedback of the reverb. P2 sounds like a brightness control. And again, the reverb can be filtered. And can be step locked as well. Next up is distortion. Turn this all the way down. Send it all the way there. Ooh, that's nice. Oh. That's really nice. I'm actually going to leave that on there. That's dirty. That's really filthy. That's a good distortion. Anyways, I'm getting away from myself. So now that we have a bunch of stuff sent to the distortion, let's go ahead and change that over to the crush, which is the bit crusher. Here's our dry, and we got a bunch of stuff sent to it, as you can see here. So you can hear on that resonant sweeping bass sound that we kind of almost get like a talky thing going on here. It's a bit crushed resonant filter kind of sounds that almost talky. So that's real nice. And we have two of those. So we have a reverb on the second one right now. So we can go in and do something with the shade here. So it's setting to the reverb on its own now. But I can also bring in that bit crush. Or I can go to my second effect track and switch to a different effect. Like the delay. I do want to point out, and this is something I just realized, that Effect 1 is the only one that has the delay on it. Effect 2 does not have the delay, and I do not know why. I think that's pretty dumb. Maybe that's too powerful of on the CPU. Maybe it's too much for the CPU to be able to do 2 delay tracks. So they only put the delay on 1. So if you want a delay, you got to put it on 1. If you want anything else, you got to put it on 2. So those are the send effects in the OPZ. Thanks for watching. If you want to watch more, check out the playlist linked at the end of the video or in the video description. And I'm Jeremy, Red Beans Recording. Have a wonderful day.